here. So I'm gonna close all the others. Close all right here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So I wrote it right here under awaiting. You see that?
Awaiting.
Mm-hmm. And did I not put it in the docs?
Can you put it in the documentation, actually, if it's possible?
Yeah, definitely. I could take care of that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Right now, if I do just there's no problem. Okay, I'll go ahead and fill that out. I think that's the only thing that's undocumented, and I'll check if there's anything else that's undocumented. And
Do you have an endpoint for update to update the stories? I mean,
to update stories?
Yeah.
I don't believe I do. Let me check there. So if yeah, no, I don't have one up there. We never got to that. We kind of stopped really early in development.
And then I have one more question. Does it have to be approved by an admin? And if so, is there a way to add roles?
Yes. So roles are already implemented. So when you do a GET request for awaiting, it will check your headers for a token. And then in that token, it's going to make sure that you're either like you have the owner or admin role.
Is it hard coded on the backend? I mean, what's the username and password?
So there's no username and username and password. You mean for the
admin?
For the admin, yeah. So you know what, you guys, it would probably be useful if you guys had access to the actual database. So you guys have no experience with MongoDB?
No, we haven't touched
no,
the
when I saw it
backend
with
yet.
the Mongo, I was like, oh.
I've played with it a tiny bit in the past.
Well, there's this 30-minute video. I'm gonna send it to you if you want, and it makes things super easy. It's really easy. It's a document-based database. If I can remember my login. I need the email, not username. That's right.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if you could send that to us, because my labs project's actually being done in Mongo as well, so that would be interesting.
Oh yeah? All right then. I'll be sure to find that video for you. Okay, so this is called MongoDB Atlas. This is where all the data gets stored. So where's the project at? I think this is it right here. Yeah, refugee stories. Basically, if I could find, under collections, everything is stored in documents. So I have my posts and users. And I think the only user I have one on here. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to find it.
It's just you.
I cleared it when I was doing this. Please work. Awesome. Okay, so here's the feature in action, right? So you got awaiting approval right here, right? No post awaiting approval right now. But if I were to submit a story, test story, this is a demo, and submit it, and I go to stories, you don't see it up here. You go into awaiting approval, you see it right there. I'm signed into this admin account, right? But as soon as I sign out, button disappears, right? And if I try to go to awaiting, it's going to say unauthorized invalid token, right? It doesn't let you. You got to be the admin. So let me put that email back in here. So it's just this email and password 123 with a capital P. I'm not sure if I have grant other people higher roles. Let's see if I did. It would be under user. No. Okay. So I did not actually do that. So you would have to add the functionality to upgrade other people to higher roles too. That's
But I cannot do it. I don't know how to do it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, and there's the endpoint to approve the post work. So if I hit this approve button, it gets approved and gets pushed up to the main feed.
Okay, but how can we add that functionality? So it's in the backend, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So that
Yeah, but
that
we don't have a
functionality-
backend guy. We don't have anyone on the backend.
You guys don't have a backend?
No, that's why we have to use your backend.
Oh, I see. I see. All right. I see. In that case, so they put you on this project under the assumption that the backend was built out and ready to go, right?
Right.
Okay. And
So that's why we are kind of.
Is there a way to like, just like you have your one with your email address, is there a way to add like an admin?
yeah, so if you go into the MongoDB Atlas, you see I can modify these documents directly. I just hit edit right here and I change my level. That's how I made myself admin. Yeah.
Okay.
You have access to that in the Heroku app? You should.
So there's no Heroku involved. Actually, no, wait, sorry, there is. Of course there is. But
Yeah.
Of course there is, yes.
Yeah, but you don't use like
No.
Yeah. What was your
That's
question?
the problem, yeah.
What was the question, Chase?
I guess. I mean, do we have permission to edit this data on our side? Do we have logins to the database?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. If I can
Gotcha.
access management right here. Yeah, I can add accounts. So go ahead. If you can make an account on this, some kind of team account
MongoDB
or
Atlas.
something. Mm-hmm. I can go ahead and add you on this and make you a project owner or whatever.
That would be awesome.
Yep. And then as far as that video, you can pull it up right here. Oh yeah, you guys don't have a backend guy, so you're not really trying to do any backend.
Yeah, but if we gotta fix it, I mean, I guess that would make me the backend fixer. Even though I've never done Mongo, I think I'm the only one that's done backend. So, but I'm just like the project lead, so I'd rather.
Either way, it'll look really good on your resume. And it's a modern technology that's like gaining traction every day.
That's very
Here's
true.
the video.
Misha забыл, sorry.
Here's the video. It's 30 minutes long. Guy explains it pretty nicely. And I'm pretty sure you'll come to like it better than Postgres and SQL and relational databases in general.
Yeah. Hope so.
But yeah. Let's see.
All right, my account's almost done.
Awesome.
Really appreciate you hopping on with us to go through this.
Of course. It's no problem.
So that thing that we saw where it was in action, is that just like, that was your like VS Code loaded?
That's current on the branch. So if that's not it either. Okay, this is it right here. If I do get status. Yeah, no, this is all up to date. Looks
Okay,
like
so this is the one, and you said the endpoint for that one is, you were going to put it in the documentation because I was starting to write it.
Yeah.
So basically we need to add an admin role.
So the way I have it set up is that when you get your token, so when you log in
as an admin,
when you log in as anybody,
okay, yeah,
this is where I generate the token. The claims I have are just the ID, email, and the level, and that's stored. So when you sign up, you can't adjust this. This is automatically set, right? As what's it called? Can be what are the levels here? This is the user one level.
Email is required, username is required. Yes?
Yeah, I think the only one that was optional was country. Yeah, we
Country is
couldn't find
optional.
user roles last night. I think that's one thing we were looking for is that I couldn't find any user roles.
Yeah, so you get set as user right here. It's hard coded right there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so when you register, it sets the level property to user,
Mm-hmm.
and that gets stored in the token when you sign in. So anytime you send a request to the server, it knows what level you are, what your email is, and what's your ID.
Okay, so technically we could just register and sign in with a regular user account, and then in the back end, in the Mongo database thing, we could just change it to owner, so we at least have one owner that's not your email address. Am I thinking about that right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I have my account made now. If you'd like
Awesome.
to throw me access.
Okay.
All right, it's going to be WALLACECS007@gmail.com.
See, project owner. All of those things. Cool.
Full access.
Awesome.
I don't think you have
Gonna
that
have to
right.
accept that invite, I guess, and then.
Yep. If I click here. Oh, jeez, it's gonna make me log in again already. Don't know the password I just made. A minute.
You can see it all?
Yeah, looks like it. Database access. Can you show me one more time where you had to change roles
Yeah.
or to modify the data?
You would go to clusters. You would click on refugee stories right here.
Yep.
You just go, or you can just click here to go straight to collections. Right, collections tab.
Gotcha.
And you have both your documents. You have the posts document, and then you have
the users.
users document.
Perfect.
And to edit, you just hit the little pencil, and you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And as far as the documentation goes, it should be up there in like a few minutes. No problem.
Perfect.
Okay.
You're
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Anything
you
else
very
I can
much.
do for you guys?
That should be, I think that's good.
I think we're good at the
Awesome.
moment.
All right, guys. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
You.
All right, guys.
All right.